Well, Millard brought the fair to the world. I mean, this is the thing that Millard, by doing what he did here in the Millard Sheets building, the most gorgeous thing here, he designed this thing. It was something or he oversaw the design of the architect doing it. But the thing was that we had he actually put the fair on the map, world famous Los Angeles County Fair in the Millard Sheets building.
To make the stuff available for the average person is an amazing thing. And what it did was promote the visual culture of the Inland Valley and of Los Angeles and Southern California in general. He brought major art from all over the world for people to see who probably would never have seen it.
The catalogs today, speak where there were Cezannes and just great world-class pieces of art, things that would be so difficult to duplicate in today's world. And yet he would do that in here in Pomona, California, and bring that great art and make it relevant to the fairgoer.
The fact that he established the principle of having a major painting show each year at the fair was an accomplishment in itself, I think, because it was a new idea to be showing, major art exhibitions at a county fair.
Millard Sheets has been described as dynamic, inspirational, a teacher and humanitarian, and his body of work has been described as joyous and fresh, inspirational and bold. He served as the director of the LA County Fair's Fine Arts exhibit from 1931 through 1957. In 1994, the Fine Arts Building was dedicated to the Millard Sheets Gallery, and in 2007 as Millard Sheets Center for the Arts at Fairplex in recognition of Sheets' 25 years of service to the LA County Fair.
Well, Millard was a very giving person, and I know many times different painters would come to the studio who were really down, and Millard had talked to them.
So he was very generous in helping other artists and younger artists always. Remarkably so, many artists would not bother to do this, but he went out of his way to do it. And this was a splendid thing for a young artist who could use all the help she could get. So it was a wonderful experience knowing him and growing up in this environment.
In the 1930s, Millard Sheets was recognized as the leading figure and driving force behind the California-style watercolor movement and was well on his way to national recognition as a prominent American artist. His works have been on exhibit in Paris, New York, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Houston, St. Louis, Washington, D.C., and Baltimore. Millard Sheets, world traveler, architect, teacher, and war correspondent. His amazing legacy endures today at the fair and around the world.
And everyone adored him. And I remember my parents were very impressed with Millard Sheets because they had learned by reading articles about him in the paper that he was a businessman as well as an artist. And my father was a businessman, and he thought, this is a very remarkable artist. Mostly artists don't know a thing about business. But he knew that Millard did. And so they were very thrilled when Millard took an interest in my work.
I don't think I'd be doing what I'm doing if it hadn't been for Millard, even though he was very upset that I quit to make furniture, not knowing if I was going to have a commission or not. But he was my tutor. He was the one that introduced me into the arts.
He's been able to elevate the fair experience to this high standard by getting the building and having these shows and setting the standard. So that people that would come to the fair, many of whom wouldn't ever go to another museum, would get this world-class experience. And he did this while he was busy, teaching at Scripps and the Claremont Graduate School and running his studio. It was really a tremendous workhorse, but he was great at getting everybody involved and making all that come about by bringing all these other artists together and getting them to contribute. And making that effort what it was.
So here we are celebrating the Hall of Fame and his induction into it, and getting closer to completing that wonderful circle with the exhibition that I helped with last year, with this year's exhibition about the horse, with Carolyn's, my sister's great exhibition she's doing in Oceanside. So thank you, Fairplex, and thank you all who have made this possible. I wish all of you could have had the experience of working with Dad. He was quite a guy, and I can truly say he was not only my father, he was my friend and fellow artist.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Millard Sheets into the Los Angeles County Fair Association Hall of Fame.